The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Intro, a timeless guide to true effectiveness. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve so much, not just in work, but in life, while others struggle to keep up? Stephen R. Covey's classic, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, has been helping millions of readers since the late 1980s understand exactly that. It's not about quick fixes or productivity hacks. It's about developing character, clarity, and purpose. Habits that build effectiveness from the inside out. 1. Be proactive. Take charge of your life. The first habit is all about ownership. Covey reminds us that between stimulus and response, between what happens to us and how we react, there's a space, and in that space lies our freedom to choose. Highly effective people don't just react to circumstances, they take responsibility for their choices. Instead of saying, I have to, they say, I choose to. It's like steering your own ship instead of drifting wherever the wind takes you. Being proactive means realizing that you are the author of your story. 2. Begin with the end in mind. Vision starts within. Before you climb the ladder of success, make sure it's leaning against the right wall. This habit is about clarity of purpose, knowing what really matters to you. Covey suggests imagining your own funeral. What would you want people to say about you? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? When you know your destination, your daily actions gain direction and meaning. So before you start doing, take time to define your why. Third, put first things first. Master your priorities. Now that you know what matters most, the third habit helps you live it out. It's about time management, but on a deeper level, learning to prioritize what's truly important, not just what's urgent. We often spend our lives putting out fires, answering emails, rushing to deadlines, but forget the things that build our future: our health, relationships, learning, and growth. Covey's advice: focus on what's important but not urgent. In other words, schedule your values. Don't let others schedule your life. 4. Think win-win. Everyone can succeed. Here's where effectiveness becomes relational. Thinking win-win means seeing life as a cooperative arena, not a competitive one. It's not about you winning while others lose. It's about finding solutions that benefit everyone. Covey calls this an abundance mindset, believing there's plenty of success, love, and opportunity to go around. When you approach relationships with fairness and integrity, trust grows, and that's the real currency of effectiveness. 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. The power of listening. This one's a game changer. Most of us listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. Covey urges us to practice empathic listening, to truly hear the other person before sharing our own view. It's like being a doctor. You wouldn't prescribe medicine before diagnosing the problem. When people feel heard, they open up, and communication becomes real connection. 6. Synergize, the magic of teamwork. You've probably heard the saying, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's synergy. Habit 6. It's what happens when people with different strengths and perspectives come together and create something better than any one of them could alone. Synergy requires respect and openness, celebrating differences instead of fearing them. Covey's point? When you value diversity, you multiply creativity. 7. Sharpen the saw, renew yourself regularly. The final habit reminds us that effectiveness is a lifelong journey, not a one-time achievement. Sharpening the saw means taking time to renew yourself in 4 key areas: mental, keep learning; physical, exercise and rest; emotional, nurture relationships; spiritual, connect with your values and purpose. If you never take time to sharpen the saw, eventually the blade becomes dull and your work becomes harder. Renewal keeps you fresh, focused, and growing. Wrap up: from dependence to interdependence. Covey's 7 habits are more than just steps. They're stages of growth. You start by moving from dependence to independence, learning to lead yourself. Then you grow into interdependence, learning to lead with others. The true power of these habits is how they transform you from the inside out, helping you become not just more productive, but more purposeful, balanced, and fulfilled. As Stephen Covey beautifully said, the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. So start today, one habit at a time, and watch your life transform from ordinary to truly effective.